1 year and 5 months after JoyNews investigations revealed systemic malfeasance in the award of sanitation contracts to the Jospon Group, no action has been taken by the Ministry of Local Government and the District Assemblies Common Fund to curtail the issues exposed. The Attorney General is yet to press any charges against the companies and individuals involved. In the following report, Manasseh Azure Awone reviews how one of the fumigation contracts reviewed in the Robin the Assembly's investigation is the reason the Auditor General has surcharged and disallowed over 400 million cedis paid to Zoomlion by the National Health Insurance Authority.
Call it the fumigation exercise. If we're really involved, members will not have even agreed because the impact of it is not felt in the districts.
Thomas Nkpetri, the presiding member of the Pandai District Assembly in the Northern Region, believes the assemblies across the country have no control over Zoomlion, which runs multiple sanitation contracts with assemblies. The money for the contracts are deducted at source by the District Assembly's Common Fund and paid to Zoomlion. For this reason, the assemblies are not able to enforce or ensure performance.
Zoomlion as a whole, I believe, is not even controlled by the government. So if the central government cannot control Zoomlion at the national level, how can the district assembly control them locally?
The arrangement has also allowed the sanitation company to sign multiple sanitation contracts for the same service or similar services that are difficult to differentiate. For instance, the assemblies have a fumigation contract with Zoomlion to spray drains, markets, toilets and other public places in the assemblies. The Ministry of Health has another fumigation contract with Zoomlion, which is expected to be executed at the assembly level. The Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development also signed fumigation contracts with Zoomlion and its sister companies to be undertaken in the assemblies. Last year, the Education Ministry also awarded Zoomlion and other sanitation companies contracts to undertake yet another fumigation in senior high schools, when all the districts in which the schools are located already had multiple fumigation contracts with Zoomlion. Our investigations revealed that the assemblies which were supposed to supervise these fumigation contracts are only aware of one fumigation contract, the one between the assemblies and Zoomlion. Zoya Texan is the Environmental Health Officer of the Wenchi Municipal Assembly in the Bono Ahaf region.
Yeah, I know of NAWCOP to be from the Zoomlion sector. As to whether some belong to the Ministry of Health, I'm not aware. I don't know whether some belong to the Ministry of Health, but I know that NAWCOP is a group that is from Zoomlion, and they signed a contract with the Municipal Assembly.
So when you see any fumigation being done by NAWCOP, your conclusion or what you know is that they are implementing the contract with the assemblies?
Yes, exactly.
One fumigation contract that has become the subject of the Auditor General's surcharge and disallowance is the Nationwide Mosquito Control Program, signed between Zoomlion and the Ministry of Health. Payment for this contract is made from the National Health Insurance Authority. The Auditor General has surcharged and disallowed over 400 million cedis against Zoomlion and some current and past officials of the NHIA. Former Chief Executive of the authority, Sylvester Mensah, in a press statement said the payment was ordered by the Ministry of Health and so the NHIA was not involved in signing or monitoring the contract. JoyNews investigation has revealed that the Ministry of Health does not monitor the execution of this contract. The assemblies where the contract is executed said they did not know the difference between this fumigation contract and the one the assemblies signed. Former District Chief Executive of Bongo in the Upper East Region, Alexis Ayamdor, told JoyNews he had no knowledge that Zoomlion undertakes any different fumigation contract apart from the one paid for by the Assembly.
For the visibility, the Anglo-Globe, Ashanti-led projects, they were quite visible. I can say that besides the reduction in terms of malaria-related cases, some of our youths had opportunity to get employment, and within that short period of time, some people's lives were improved. At least they got some income, to augment what they were doing. So that, for me, I can authoritatively say that they were quite visible, and we had interacted they had their quarterly review meetings, which I was invited to participate. But aside these malaria-related program that I've talked about, led by this NGO, I cannot think of any clear, visible, activity that were done in terms of spraying of malaria at the same time. No, in the district.
Despite these revelations and previous adverse findings by the Auditor General, nothing has been done about the numerous fumigation contracts. It is still business as usual.
Well, there's a response from Zoomlion Ghana Limited to the Auditor General's disallowance and surcharge. JoyNews editor Fred Smith joins me with a copy of the statement. Now, first, give us their direct response to the surcharge and disallowance.
Well, in this statement released last night by Zoomlion, they explained that they've heard about the issue of surcharge and disallowance by the Auditor General in the media. And they've been explaining in this statement that these certificates were served on them and they disagreed. And so they've gone to court. They are at the High Court challenging the surcharge and the disallowance by the Auditor General.
Do they explain to us how all this occurred?
Well, because the matter is still in court, they say they don't want to preempt the ruling of that case, but give a brief explanation. And they're saying that, and I quote, "Management of Zoomlion Ghana Limited wishes to assure the public that the company believes it has done nothing wrong. Zoomlion's contracts in the areas of disinfestation as a preventive health measure have been with the Ministries of Health, and all the works have been duly executed and duly paid for." And so they don't think that there's an issue to settle. And they claim at the bottom, they say at the bottom that Zoomlion is a responsible corporate citizen which works ethically with integrity, and they believe that the rule of law and the judiciary must bring finality to this matter.
Thank you, JoyNews editor Fred Smith there with details of a statement released by Zoomlion Ghana Limited. This is News Desk with me, Bernice Abubeidulansa. Stay tuned for a report on 3 defilement incidences in Idumfa.